The team at Car and Driver is so into cars that they've dedicated their entire careers to driving and critiquing them. So I figure people that are that passionate about cars probably drive some pretty interesting vehicles themselves. So I wanted to figure out who drives what and the stories behind them.
This is my 1995 Porsche 911 Carrera. It is the 993 generation, so the last of the air-cooled 911s. I bought it about 11 years ago, right before these made kind of a big price jump, and then they made another jump since then. I always wanted one of these. In the mid-90s, when I was in college, this was sort of the dream car. This is exactly what I wanted. This and maybe a Lotus Esprit Turbo. But then I've driven Lotus Esprit Turbos since then, and I was like, this really feels like a real car. It's really solid, it's really nice. It makes all the cool air-cooled noises. And the performance, you know, it's not modern car performance. It has 270 horsepower, but just weighs just over 3,000 pounds. So it's quick enough. When I was doing instrumented testing in California, I would test like, you know, a GT3 or a GT4, and then I wouldn't drive my car for a while. Because it does feel old. I mean, it's an old car. It's almost like a G-Wagon in the way it's put together. Like the doors close in a really like click way. Like everything sort of works with like a nice tension to it. They're screwed together really nicely. I drove it across the country in 2022 when I was moving all my stuff from California to Michigan for the editor-in-chief job. So I drove it across the country, put like 2,200 miles on it, and it was flawless. I mean, the car is awesome. It's a great car. It's been a really great car. I only got one speeding ticket too.
This is my 2007 Aston Martin V8 Vantage. I wanted to buy a 997 911, and then someone sent me a listing for one of these, and I couldn't believe how affordable they were. And so then I kind of went down this rabbit hole. I bought it during COVID, in September 2020, and my daughter was doing Zoom school at the time, so she came with me. I bought it just outside of Seattle, so we road tripped out there in a couple days. She was on school in the back seat on the computer, and picked it up outside of Seattle and trailered it back with our long-term BMW X1. This is really the first like hand-built car I've owned, and the interior is just spectacular. A buddy of mine bought a 997 about the same time, and the first time we got our cars together, he's like, dude, this interior, my car looks like a taxi. And it's true. I mean, it's legit, really nice leather interior, thoughtful touches throughout. It's really nice, well done, well built car. And they're reliable. Like that's the thing, everyone thinks like, oh, it's a British car, it's probably a disaster, right? No. This was in the Ford era, so there's a lot of Ford, Volvo, and Jag in this car, down to like key fob, and you know, owners have made big spreadsheets of parts compatibility. It's like, oh, the Aston part costs $500, but if you get the Jag part, that's only $100, you know, and it's the same, you know, whether it's thermostat or whatever. Like especially the 8s, the 12s are more finicky, but the V8s are super reliable. Gingerman's the only track it's ever been on. I mean, I remember coming in, we were there with the ZR1, and I was like, did it sound good? And everyone's like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't sound that good. I'm like, no, my car. I'm like, yeah, it sounds amazing.
This is my 1991 Rolls-Royce Silver Spur 2. I bought this car because I've been obsessed with these big boxy body sedans for ages, and one came along with enough miles on it that I felt confident that I could mostly daily drive it during the nice weather, and so far so good. I have had this for about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, somewhere in there. Bought it in South Carolina, sight unseen, and me and my buddy Steve from a different outlet that I won't name here flew down to South Carolina, drove it back up to Michigan in 11 hours and 2 days. Driving the Rolls-Royce is very interesting. It is big, it is plush, it leans. You turn the steering wheel standing still and the thing already starts to like engage in body lean. It's like driving a boat at all times. It's great. I enjoy sports cars. I enjoy driving fast like a jerk, but I don't like having a stiff car all the time. This is the precise opposite of that, and I love it. It constantly tries to immolate itself. It is running low maybe on a few different liquids. So far, I have to replace one idle air control, and I have to order the part from Britain. So that'll be fun. I originally said I want to keep it forever, and I still think I want to keep it forever. I don't want to flip. I'm not like a car flipper guy. Like I'm gonna enjoy this until it makes me not enjoy it.
This is my 1999 Toyota Century, and I imported it. I bought it in September of 2024. It took about 4 months to get here, and it showed up at my house around Christmas. It was a nice little Christmas present, and this has kind of been my first spring and summer with it, so just kind of enjoying the quirks and the enjoyment of owning a car like this. But I knew it was a smooth ride because it has air suspension. But when I first drove it, it is unbelievably smooth. So this car is the second gen Century, and it's the only generation that offers the V12. It's a 5-liter V12. It's the only V12 Toyota ever made from the factory. The V12 was used by Smokey Nagata in that Top Speed Supra build he did, where he pushed like 900 horsepower or something crazy out of that V12. So There's potential there, I don't have the money to do that. So I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. It needs motor mounts, and you gotta get the motor mounts from Japan, unfortunately, and they just showed up a couple weeks ago. So it took about 4 months for motor mounts to show up. It's a pretty common issue with these. The air suspension is also a pretty common failure point, but they seem to be holding up on this one okay. I'm kind of budgeting to have to replace those soon. Overall, it's been mechanically really great. I almost daily I drive it a couple times a week, so it's been a great car. I'm gonna keep it OEM plus, and before you tell me to straight pipe it, I'm not gonna straight pipe it. I'm gonna keep. No, it's gonna stay nice and quiet. It's got 4 mufflers on it, so I'm gonna keep it that way.
This is my 1972 Chevrolet C10. The C10 to me is probably the best looking truck ever. This thing is just dripping with style and vibe, I think the kids call it these days. It is a 4-speed manual and a 350 cubic inch V8. 4 on the floor, as they used to say back in the day. I bought it slammed. It's got a 5-inch front drop, 6-inch rear drop. A lot of that compromises the suspension, and I've been trying to make that suspension work better due to that compromise. And the reason why it's dropped that much, and I want to keep it that way, is because it looks rad, right? I put these wheels and tires on it. The wheels are from the square body generation of C10, so 73 to 87, I think, off the top of my head.
Have you taken the kid around in a lap in it yet?
I have not taken my 11-month-old in this truck yet, for many reasons. Fuel tank is right behind the bench. There are no catalytic converters on this thing. There are no airbags. The seatbelts technically exist. No, this is not for the kid yet, but eventually when I can satisfy some of my safety concerns with it, yeah, absolutely. There's a longer story about C10s in general. So my grandparents on my dad's side emigrated from Cuba in the late 60s, I wanna say. My granddad's first truck was a Chevy C10 he bought from the Goleta Fire Department, Goleta, California. That truck still exists. I know the owner, I know who owns it, and whenever he's ready to sell that truck, I'm selling this one and buying that one. So this is like the bank of C10 to mirror the value of that truck.
So this is my 1998 Acura Integra GSR. About July of 2002. So 23 years of ownership. My parents helped me pick it up, actually from a lady out in Saline, so it's actually not too far from its original owner. Shortly after ownership, maybe a year, I started doing track events. So coilovers, bushings. This engine actually isn't the original one, although I didn't wreck the original one, that's a whole long story. But it is the JDM SIRG engine, which is the GSR version in Japan, so kind of similar outputs. Type R trans, has an LSD, roll bar seat, used to have a harness, just everything really. Brakes, Type R brakes, track pads, stuff to help with track days. It's got a lot of track miles under its belt, more track miles probably than road miles. There were years I was doing nearly 10 a year. It's definitely gone down to like 1 a year. Some tracks when they're far away, I will trailer. Mid-Ohio I've driven to a couple times, but I'll try to trailer it just because it's almost 3 hours to get there and it's not that comfortable of a car to sit in for 2 hours. There's no AC, there's no power steering. This exhaust is a lot quieter than my old exhaust, so it's more tolerable now. So the engine's stock, it is tuned. It's got a Toyota replica 421 header. I've got a Skunk 2 intake manifold, which pretty much replicates a Type R manifold. Got the Comtech ice box. Suspension's all done with hardened rubber bushings. I got sphericals in the rear, beefier rear sway bar. The transmission's a US Type R transmission with the Japanese 4.7 final drive, so I think it's the shortest gearing on a B series you can get, which isn't great on the freeway because you're revving at like 5,000 RPM, but on track it's fantastic. I met a lot of longtime friends that I'm still friends with today because of this car, getting me to the track, getting me to car meets and stuff like that. Honda Meet has been a yearly track event at Gingerman, and honestly, like every year is a good memory for Honda Meet, and that car is what brought me to that event, so.
This is my 1998, this is my 1999 Miata. I got this at the end of 1999, but there's a story behind it. There are a million Miatas on the road today, but there is no Miata like this one, because no Miata has a provenance like this one. This is the only Miata in the world that was associated with 3 car magazines. I bought it from Automobile Magazine. It was a long-term test car. 8 years after I worked at Automobile, I went to Auto Week. I still own the car, and today I'm back here at Car and Driver. So 3 car magazines associated with this one Miata. None like it. No, I won't take this to a track. I drive other people's cars on tracks. I don't want to rip up this baby. This is just for cruising around in the summer. It's on Racing Beat springs that lower it by about 1 inch. It's got 17-inch wheels and tires. It came with 15s. It's got Pirelli P0s on it now. It's got a racing beat, cold air intake, and K&N filter, and it's got a Borla exhaust, so it sounds good. It used to go sideways a lot before I put the good tires on it. It's my forever car. Whatever else I get, will get. No, this is a low maintenance, not worth a lot of money, don't worry about it kind of car.
This is my 2013 GMC Terrain. I call it the SS Minnow because it's a boat, but it's kind of small. This here is what I call the pen. It's where my 301 horses live. It's got a 3.6 liter V6, really poorly designed under here. You wanna come inside and sit in the bridge, the captain's quarters? That's over here. We've got all the state-of-the-art technology from 2013. The radio and the navigation, still 2013, so it shows Radio Shacks that used to be around here. It's kind of cool. You get to see all that stuff. I got my kid's seat in there. He's my first mate, I call him. And then back here, back in this big old trunk, it's what I call the poop deck, because it's where I put all my shit. But it doesn't want to open right now because it's kind of a piece of shit. But it was $1,500, legally speaking, and that's why I got it. It's from my brother-in-law when he moved to Canada and didn't want to import it. So now I drive a 2013 GMC Terrain, and as we like to call ourselves in the community, I'm a Terrainus, and my fellow Terrainuses, we have a nice rapport, and I wish there was another Terrainus here with me.
This is my 2000 Land Rover Discovery Series 2 that a family friend called me a little while back and said, hey, I can't really drive that thing anymore. Do you want to buy it? And so I took a look at it and said, yes, of course I want a 2000 Land Rover Discovery, which right now only has one service engine soon light on. And I would point out that that light was on even in our original review of the 1999 Discovery, brand new, that light was on. So he told me it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter. The 2000 Discovery has a raging 188 horsepower out of a 3.9 liter V8. The engine dated to, I think, Buick in the 60s, and Land Rover took it and kept using it forever. It wasn't known as the most reliable thing. This vehicle has had a lot of service, but once you get past the expected things like head gaskets, I guess it turns out to be, it'll go a long time. It's all-wheel drive, it's unstoppable off-road, it looks cool, it's got windows everywhere, and it's just got a lot of character. I love it, and I've been driving it quite a bit actually, because it's a very usable vehicle. At least this is a car that when you spend money to fix it, you get to enjoy driving it once it's fixed. And right now, driving just fine. Let me knock on wood, and there's plenty of that too.
This is my Japanese market 1997 Subaru Legacy GTB wagon, and it is for sale. If anybody is interested, my email is on carandriver.com. Found this on Cars and Bids. I put a bid in with an hour to go, and nobody bid after that for the next hour. Oh, it's been wonderful. It's twin turbocharged, so I'm always a little worried that one of the turbos is gonna go. Plenty of power. It's like 280, I think. Sounds great. It's on a set of Godspeed coilovers. Corner's really flat. Tons of fun to bring out to the back roads. Yeah, I was ready for drive-throughs, car wash, that sort of thing. Gotten some people mad at me before, trying to leave a garage and having to put the car in park and get out.
This is my 2006 Ford Ranger. I got it in February this year. It was fully stock. I put a 4 5-inch drop, 4 in the front, 5 in the back. And that, I don't know, I forgot. That's it, but like I didn't know how to. Can we redo that? I'm sorry, I'm not good at this. Those are from Crown Victoria. I got it tinted, and then I paint matched the bumpers and the mirrors and the door handles. I don't really drive it that much. It's obviously only for the summer, but I just drive it on the weekends for fun.
How fast have you driven it?
Like 80, that's the fastest. It starts to get all shaky, so 80.
This is my 2017 Moto Guzzi V7 Racer. I don't think I've seen more than like 5 Guzzis parked in one place at one time. Basically, it's like every time you see another Guzzi owner, it's like, oh my God, you got stung by it too. No really other bikes apart from Guzzis have this combination of features. You get the sideways V-twin, air-cooled, single plate dry clutch, which is like a car clutch rather than like a typical motorcycle clutch, and shaft drive. They're also pretty affordable for what like the styling and the build quality that they offer, especially used. Like you can get these for very reasonable prices. This bike's also been very reliable. The only problems I've had with it were because someone tipped it over in the middle of the night and got gasoline into the airbox, and I've had to replace the original battery. And that's about it.
This is my 1997 Camaro Z28. I bought this when I was in high school in 2007. Pacesetter long tube headers makes the V8 sound really great. And really, I've never driven this car in the winter, and it's really just been a fun car. I can take to car shows and drive around and have a good time. And the car looks pretty good from like 10, 15 feet away, but the paint's pretty bad. You got peeling on the fenders. I mean, there's a ton of stories with this car. My brother backed into the front with a Subaru Outback that had a trailer hitch on it, punched a hole in there. My ex-girlfriend, her aunt backed into the rear quarter panel, put a dent there. The last time I drove this before this morning was last fall, so like November. It's just been sitting in my garage, collecting dust, probably has mice living in the door panels like I've discovered before. But before that, it was honestly in hibernation for about 5 years because the clutch went out on it. And one of my best friends is a diesel mechanic, and he went and put a new clutch in it for me. So she's my girl, my second favorite girl behind my wife. Nickname is Monica, just came to me. But yeah, I love this car and I have no plans of ever selling it. So unless I lose my job and can't pay my bills, but yeah.
This is my 2016 Honda Odyssey. We bought this Honda Odyssey in 2021 with 60,000 miles on it. It has traveled another 80,000 miles, taking our family of 6 from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters to the shores of New England and traversing through 37 states. We've moved mattresses, dressers in this thing. I'm really big on home improvement and stuff, so I'm always going to Home Depot and loading this thing up with all sorts of things. This is actually the second one we've owned, and it's intuitive, and I mean, it can be a little noisy inside, but that could also be because of the 4 children.
This is my 2024 Volvo S60. This is probably the safest car on the lot. Also, longest warranty, if I had to guess. I'm warranted to 2032. Anything non-wearable, bumper to bumper. Tires, brakes, windshield wipers are probably the only thing more or less not covered. Windshield, but I have windshield protection.
You've already...
And I've already used that. This is my second windshield in 4 months. My car shopping experience, I was all over the place. I got the green light to essentially buy whatever I wanted. And yeah, I ended up with this beautiful S60. It is not the fastest, it is not the loudest. And that's kind of what I like about it. It is quiet, comfortable, safe. I do long commutes. Long road trips. It gets the job done really, really well. I don't have a mod, but I do have a dash cam.
This is my 2014 BMW X1. His name is Bernie. My partner and I bought him together so that my partner could learn to drive. So it's our car, but he primarily drives it, and it's the car he learned to drive on. Well, when we were shopping for a car, I knew since it was gonna be something we were gonna share, I wanted something that was fun, but also semi-practical because it was gonna be his day-to-day driver. And so this kind of fit the bill perfectly. It's fun to drive. It's not very quick, but it is fun to drive, and it's got plenty of cargo space for groceries and camping and whatever we wanna do. We're definitely gonna keep him for now. Darren's obsessed with the idea of getting a 718 Cayman GTS though. So eventually, someday when we can afford it, that's the dream.
This is my 2005 Honda Accord V6. This might be my favorite Accord spec. There's no cylinder deactivation. It's a V6, it's a 6-speed, it's a coupe. The only unfortunate thing is that no Accord's got a diff in the States, as far as I can tell. Really perfect would be taking a CL Type S transmission and slapping it on this, but otherwise, yeah, I think it's as good as it gets for Accord. It's so fun. There's an intake on it, so the induction noise from a V6 is awesome. It really needs an exhaust, because then it would really match a little bit and you'd get sound from both ends and not just right in front of you, but I've lowered it like 1.25 inches, anti-roll bar from Progress, so it corners shockingly neutral. It's on sticky tires too, Potenza races, so I think it'd be fine, but it's just on back roads out to our 10 best loop. It's so much fun. I want to finish making it a like autocross track car. There's some things that need to be fixed from a functional standpoint. The 3rd gear synchro is not great. It's really no an issue with this, which for autocross would be totally fine, but for real track use, like 3rd gear is pretty important. If I had a whole bunch of money, I would have a diff and CL Type S trans and do all that, but we're not there yet. It's just so fun to drive, and it does everything I want it to do, other than hold stuff, which is a little bit solved now, so. And this is my other vehicle, a 2012 Mazda 5. I got it 18 hours ago. It has BC Racing coilovers, it has an intake, it has Cork Sport motor mounts, Cork Sport anti-roll bar, catback, also from Cork Sport. Mazda Speed 3 end links and short shift plate. I think that's it. We're gonna find out. It might end up a little taller than it is now, and it might end up on all-terrains, and go from there. But I wanted a Mazda 5 for years, ever since I found out you could get like a mini minivan with a stick. None of them really made sense until now, and this is sort of everything I want it to be, and it's in really good shape for what it is. Buy manual things. Buy manual things. They're fun, I promise. Even a minivan, it's awesome.
This is my 2015 Volkswagen GTI. It's a long-termer, former long-termer. I started at Car Driver in 2016, and this was just coming off being a long-termer within a few months of me starting. And I'd had a GTI that looked almost identical to this. It was a 2007, and I was in between cars. So when I saw this, I knew it had to be mine. This car, I think it was just under $30,000. I had to buy it from Volkswagen. It was under $16,000. Granted, it had, you know, almost 42,000 or about 42,000 miles on it. So high miles, but totally worth it. I'm a cheapskate, so it was like perfect for me. It has been running great. Actually, just a couple of weeks ago, I had to get an O2 sensor replaced. The engine light came on and I kind of freaked out. I think it's perfect the way it is, to tell you the truth. I really do. The tinted window is the only thing that I wanted to do to it. It drives great. It's so much fun. It's a sports car when I want it to be. It's just chill when I want it to be. It's perfect. I have a 95-pound dog, actually. He doesn't fit that great in the back seat, but we actually just bought the long-term Carnival, so he fits great in that.
This is my 1980 Fiat Spider. 1980 Fiat 2000 Spider. You know, when I bought this car, it is interesting. This was late 80s. What options existed in the late 80s to buy an affordable, fun sports car? Just old, previous, you know, used European ones. MGs, British, Italian, the usual cast of characters, Triumphs, Fiats. I wanted one. So I did the next best thing. I told my wife I was gonna buy her a birthday present. Went out, pre-internet, how do you find these? They're all hard copy. Found this, I came home, said, honey, I bought you a birthday present, a sports car. You know what the first question was? Not what's the brand, what year is it, how much horsepower it is. You know what she asked? What color is it? What color was it? It was the classic Fiat olive green. Standard, beautiful. She said, oh, that's not gonna do. How to get a respray red? I mean, it's like part of the family now. You get to know it so well, every little sound it makes, every road feel, you know, it's part of the family. You keep it up to date, you know. But it's been amazingly maintenance free. Only recently this summer, have I done anything to it mechanically since I bought it. It starts up, I store it every winter, turn the key, starts up immediately every spring. It's amazing. They're well made. You know, I put it's got a little teeny rear seat in it, and I put a seat belt in it, and just drive when the kids are small, stashing 2 and 3 kids in the back seat, just driving my wife out in the country. It's a wonderful little cruiser, and just gets a lot of looks. People don't know what it is anymore, of course.
This is my 2007 Honda Accord with a 5-speed manual transmission. It doesn't have the most feel in terms of like each shift, but there's enough of a click kind of to know you're into gear. I like it more than a lot of the modern BMW transmissions that feel very numb and kind of rubbery. Maybe not as much as the CT5V Blackwing or something of that ilk, but you know, I like it quite a bit. Yeah, so right now there's a lot of issues with it. I drive it maybe once every 2 months. So only the driver's side window goes down at the moment, and the rear inside right side door handle doesn't work, and AC doesn't really work too good. But you know what? The engine runs great, the transmission runs great, and it starts up every time I drive it. I only put about 1,000 miles on it per year, so gets the job done when I need it to, and that's all that matters. So I bought this car a few years ago, and I rolled up the lot, and at this first stoplight, I stalled it. Second stoplight, I got pulled over. The cop said that my plate was not registered to a Honda, because at the time I still had to get transferred over from my previous car, which is a Mercedes S-Class, and he was a little suspicious of me. I pointed across the street to the dealership, and he was very understanding after that.
This is my 2008 BMW M5. It sounds amazing. It has an aftermarket Megan Racing exhaust, so it's a little bit louder. There really isn't much done to it other than some cosmetic stuff, but eventually I would love to do carbon intakes, carbon plenum, to get some real intake noise in the cabin. I've had it for about 4 years, actually a little over, because I got it in 2021. I got it with 78,000 miles, and it now has around 113,000 miles. And every single one has been enjoyed. It used to be my daily driver, which was a terrible idea, especially in Michigan during the winter. The rod bearings were done before I got it, fortunately. There are other issues. I've had to do one throttle actuator I just had to do the ABS module, which sucked. There's the Vano system, the SMG pump. I mean, it's full of problems, but if you love the car and the experience and the character that it has, it's just worth it. Like, I don't plan on selling this car. I want to keep it for as long as I can. I just want to make it really nice because I feel like it deserves it, and it deserves to stay on the road and be cherished.
Fuck. Okay, starts chain smoking. Go Lions. Yeah, this is my 2017 Ford Focus ST. I bought this thing in 2017, brand new, right off the lot. I've always wanted this car. I've been dreaming about it for quite a long time. Back then, it's one of my favorite cars I've ever driven. Working at Car and Driver, we can get into different vehicles quite often, and getting back into my car reminds me how much I love this car. Great low-end torque, good amount of horsepower, and just excellent handling. I love it. What's also great is that I can have fun with the manual while hauling camera gear. People ask me, are you ever gonna sell this? Are you gonna trade it in? Absolutely not. This is a forever car. They stopped making them. They're no longer, in production. So this is my baby. The only future mod I'm gonna do, probably exhaust. It needs to sound better. It's a little quiet. It's full of dog hair, yeah. I got two Aussies, they're great, they're lovable. But they shed a lot, so I'm constantly cleaning this thing out. It's all right though.
This is my 2003 Yamaha WR450F Supermoto. I have a dirt setup for it as well, but right now I'm rocking the street setup just because, the area and stuff. I'm originally from up north, so we've got trails. That's why there's these ORV stickers on the back from a year ago. Honestly, it's been great. It's never let me down in the time I've had it. I actually traded like one of those like leaf vacuum things for a tractor to my uncle for it. So it was free, basically. Modifications and stuff, just some mirrors and turn signals, but it is fully road legal. It's got an exhaust on it. It sounds pretty good. Loud pipes save lives, as they say, and it certainly is loud.
Are you ever like jumping it or anything like that? Like, do you crazy shit?
No, officer.
This is my 2009 Honda Fit Sport. I have new brakes. The brakes were awful, and I was just going to put OEM brakes on it, but the Willwoods were only like $100 more, so I said I'd do that. So that's the only modification I've made so far, aside from the rooftop rack. It's only been on for 3 days, but so far we did a road trip and lots of luggage, and I'm sure I could squeeze a kid or two in there if I needed to. Yep, it's my daily. I bought a Fit with the intention of it being a track car, but this was too nice to tear apart, so now it's a daily, and one day it'll be a track car, but not now.
This is my 2012 Mini Cooper Countryman. I have a 2011 base Mini Cooper, and I saw this one on the side of the road for sale, and just on a whim decided to buy it. Just had some extra money to burn. I mean, I was comfortable knowing how to already work with Minis, so every time I have to pop the hood, it's broken, so I have to use chan locks. I just did a complete overhaul on the turbo by myself because I didn't want to pay a mechanic thousands of dollars. It was difficult. It took 3 weekends, but my marriage pulled through. Brute force from my husband and nimble fingers from myself makes a serious combo. The Mini Cooper dealer actually talked me out of not bringing it to him. He said, "You know what to do, Christy." I was like, okay. It's been fine. I mean, for the most part, my daughter Lauren's been driving it, but I don't think she really appreciates how cool it is, but she knows how cool it is to me. I haven't decided if I'm gonna drop it or if I'm gonna lift it. Gavin here has talked me into a snow rally in January, so I think I'm gonna lift it. I will keep this until Lauren crashes it, just like she crashed my other car.
This is my 2023 Kia Telluride. This is a 10 best winner. Many years in a row, it has been on our 10 best list. During our 3-row SUV comparison test, we had this lovely Telluride here, and I snapped that bad boy up right after. We had a car before, and it was like 2 car seats, 2 kids, nobody else fits. So for us, this has made it easier to bring friends, bring family, kind of have just like, I don't know, better family feeling on the road because it's not just us, we can bring more with us. We had one issue with this car. During the cold snap a couple years ago, the screen right above the dashboard went out. We had no speed limit, we had no tachometer, no information, but being Kia, we took it to the dealer and everything was fixed under warranty. We got it back a week later and didn't pay a dime. So those warranties, they're worth it. And we've got bins with all of our sports gear. Our sports watching chairs are constantly in the car. We've sat back there and ate lunch in between games. It's definitely turned into a little house on wheels when we're on the road for the weekend. Baseball, soccer, flag football, it's gotta be hundreds at this point.
This is my 2022 Audi e-tron GT. I'm a tech guy, right? I'm an
engineer in IT, so I love computers and anything tech. So this is just a driving computer basically. So I just really wanted an EV for that specific reason. I wanted autopilot, but like I said, I sacrificed that for the overall experience with this Audi, and it's just a beautiful car. And as far as like general maintenance, no oil change and things like that, right? When I bought it too, it came with 3 years of EV charging, which was pretty cool. 3 free years, any Electrify America. So I thought that was pretty badass. I'm like super good with this car. Like, I really love it. And I mean, if the time is good and I happen to, you know, be in a stage where I can buy a brand new something similar, then I probably will, but I'd be happy just riding this thing for 10 years if that was the case, you know?
This is my 2020 Toyota Tacoma, and this is my favorite object in the world right now. I bought it because I wanted reliable transportation to get from here back to my home in Pennsylvania at any point. I know this thing's gonna start up every single time, and that's why I love it. I grew up in Toyota trucks. My dad had 2 4Runners and an FJ Cruiser, so every time I start this up and I hear the giant fan going, it's like I'm home all over again.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please let us know in the comments.